What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, I'm going to talk about the last preseason game of the preseason whatever. And we're going to talk about the last game. And today, I got on a special guest, my friend and neighbor, Brent. Come on, Brent. How's everything going?
What's going on, John? Thanks for having me on, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, it's all good. But, you know, of course, being from the DMV, we just root for different teams, but it's all good, though.
I still love. It's all love. You know, I like the wrestling, too, man. I like the wrestling, too. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into these questions and stuff, man. So, starting out, now all of a sudden, you know, Ozzie Newsome is gone. Joe Flacco is gone. Terrell Suggs is gone. Is there a concern about the lack of that former championship leadership now not being there? And is there somebody that's going to fill that void?
Man, I mean, when you lose, you know, somebody like Ozzie, man, who by the way, is probably hands down the best GM ever. Yeah, I'll just say that. The first black GM, too. So I'll throw that out there, you know. But when you lose someone like him, man, and he's just one of those guys that's played the game, he knows the game, he's just one of those quiet leaders. That's going to hurt us. And I'm not one of these fans that's going to say that, oh, we'll be all right, we got the leaders. That's really going to hurt us. I think we'll feel it during the season. I think we are going to feel it during the season. Terrell Suggs, you know, he's the guy that gets everybody hyped up. You know, he played with the greats, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, so he kind of brought that experience too. And losing him, man, that's really going to be rough. And right now, we're just trying to figure out, you know, who's going to be that player that's going to be in the huddle, that's going to get everybody on their best game. Joe Flacco, you know, Joe wasn't really. I'm going to really consider him one of our leaders. He was. I'll say this. When it was clutch time, when it was big games, he kept a cool head. You know, he didn't get rattled. He didn't get frustrated. It was just plain Joe. And I think that helped. But you know, I really don't think losing Joe is going to be as impactful as losing Terrell and Ozzie. That's realistically where we are.
Oh man, I mean, I have to agree, man. I mean, y'all look pretty good in this preseason, but you know, y'all tend to win the preseason every year. But y'all also show
16 preseason winning streak. So.
Yeah. Patrick Onsuar, I guess that's how you say his name. He's going to now be replacing CJ Mosley, who's y'all phenomenal former linebacker. Do you feel that he's ready to basically fill the shoes of such an important player? No, CJ definitely brought something to the game that I'm just gonna call him Peanut. His last name is hard to pronounce, but they call him Peanut. You know, during the game time. So CJ brought something that Peanut doesn't have right now. I mean, you know, undrafted. He was an undrafted rookie. You know, he made some big plays last year. But you know, you can't just put someone in there like, you know, and think they're gonna beat CJ Mosley. It doesn't work like that. So in a linebacker position, we're really thin. You know, hopefully our defense coordinator Martin Wink, hopefully he can design something to kind of hide our linebackers a little bit. Just some things in the secondary. We have a great secondary. I think that's where he's just going to propel our defense. But linebacker position, man, we're going to be thin. We are. It's going to be tough for us to stop the run. But I do like what Peanut brings to the table. I don't think he's that guy right now. Give him a couple years, I think he could be a star in the league. Y'all kind of had that Patriots way, which makes sense, being as though Ozzie Newsome and Bill Belichick work with each other back in Cleveland. So that kind of makes sense that y'all had that type of approach.
Next man up.
Exactly. Mark Ingram, y'all brought Mark Ingram in from the New Orleans Saints. Do you feel you guys have been searching for, since you guys pretty much lost Ray Rice,
Yeah, no, do I think he's going to be that star running back for us? I think he's good. Downhill runner. You know, he's athletic. But the thing about the Ravens, man, it's really hard to see who that guy is going to be. I mean, you look at our past running backs. I know at one time we had LaRon McClain, who was one of our best running backs, during the season. So I think that Mark Ingram, I think they're going to do a committee this year. I think they're going to have Justice Hill take a lot of carries. I think Gus Edwards is going to get involved. I think Kenneth Dixon is going to get involved. I don't really think Mark Ingram is going to be that. He may hit 1,000 yards, but I think we're going to switch it up a lot. The way they're talking about this offense, how many different moving pieces it's going to be, I don't think we're just going to use Mark Ingram every down. I think it's run by committee. I think a lot of different linebackers are going to get the ball. I eventually think Justice Hill is going to eventually take that reign over. I like that guy. I like his game. He's fast. He's quick. He's powerful. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this season.
You guys drafted who I felt and who I wanted the Redskins to draft, but we did get Dwayne Haskins. Y'all drafted Marquise Brown in the first round, and then y'all followed that up with Miles Boykin. Do you feel that these are the receivers that's going to actually change the way this offense is and propel this offense this season?
I think Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, Boykins, I think they're the future. I think from just watching Ravens and just watching the way they operate, I think they're going to rely on a lot of their veterans. I think they're going to rely a lot on Willie Snead. I think they're going to try to give him the ball a lot in the slot. There's another receiver that not really a lot of people talk about, Chris Moore. Tall receiver, runs great routes. John Brown last year, one of the receivers on our team, John Brown.
Right.
And he said himself, I think Chris Moore is the best receiver we have. And this was last year. And Chris Moore didn't even play real. But he said it, I think Chris Moore. So I think that's the name that you're gonna hear a lot, Chris Moore. I don't think Marquise Brown can really do much this year. I think more Miles Boykins is really gonna take that reign. But I think that, like the running back situation, we're gonna rely a lot on different pieces on the wide receiver group. Like I said, I think Snead is really gonna get the ball a lot. I think Boykins is gonna be a big part of what we do. I'm not so big on Marquise, not right now. And also we have two great tight ends, Mark Andrews, Hayden Hurst. I think they're gonna get the ball a lot. I think we're gonna run a lot of tight end sets. I don't really see our receivers really, having that one receiver that's gonna really take over next season.
But who's to say that they're not possibly hiding a lot of what they can do for the regular season? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Nobody outside the Ravens organization knows what they plan on doing next year. This season. They said plenty of times their game plan is going to revolutionize the NFL. Whatever that means. I'm excited to see.
Right.
From what I hear, they're going to throw a lot of new and different things out there to get people off their game, to confuse everybody. So I'm excited to see. And I think that they're going to really spread the ball a lot. I think that's one thing that they're going to spread the ball a lot. I think in the future, I think Miles Boykins and Marquise Brown is going to be a problem. I'll say that right now. Those two are going to be a problem. Both of them speedy guys to make plays. Marquise Brown, you give him the ball anywhere, and he can make something happen. So I think in the future, those receivers are going to be a problem. I think next season, it's going to be really hallucinating. I think the ball is going to be spread around a lot.
This is year 2 for Lamar Jackson. How are you feeling about his development?
You know what, Lamar, I'm not worried about him. I'll say I'm not worried about Lamar Jackson. I've been hearing Miles talk about him just a running back. That's insulting, man. That's insulting. Did he kill last year with yardage in the air? No, but we really never had a quarterback that was really an elite thrower, elite passer. What do you expect? Lamar is probably the fastest person on the field. He's not going to be throwing Tom Brady's passes in his first year. So I think that he's going to make a big step year 2. I think he's going to make a big step. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people with his arm. I don't think he's going to be running as much, but I do think that when he does run, he's going to make things happen. And I'm really excited because I really can't wait for the world to see what this guy's going to bring to the table. He's an exciting young man, and he can just really light it up through the air with his feet. And I think that they're making this offense around him for a reason. I think that they want to go long term with this guy. I do. I think they're all in with him. That's very important for a quarterback to know that your organization is all in on you. I think I don't know if you remember when they played the Chargers in playoffs last year, and he was having a horrible game. game. The fans are calling to put Flacco in, you know, and John Allmark had a big decision to make. Should he leave Lamar in, or should he, put Flacco in? And he wrote Lamar. And I think I was saying a lot. You know, he's a quarterback for the future. They're going to develop around him, and he's an exciting player. So I think next year you're going to see a line. I think years to come, barring any injuries, he's going to be named along to some of the greats, the Mike Vicks, the McNabbs, the McNairs. I think you're going to be he's going to be a household name.
All right. With that being said, this game we're not going to see any of the starters. What are you expecting to see in this game, or what are your expectations for this game?
I think this game is for the bubble player, just for the O-line, who's going to crack that starting rotation in the O-line. I think this is, I think Marquise is going to probably get some playing time, because he hasn't played, I think he played a couple of snaps last game. But really, I think this is about the O-line battle that's going on. Also, linebackers, I think this is a good time for the young linebackers to kind of show what they can do. We have a battle who's going to be next to Peanut. There's two young linebackers who's looking fabulous too, man. I think we have another great linebacker that's up and coming, and another linebacker board. So it's gonna be interesting. It's not really for the fans. This is more for the coaches and everything. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I agree. Hopefully we can hopefully our backups and role players can stop y'all streak, so y'all can sit up there and actually get a loss for once in the preseason.
Hey, man. It might happen. Next game. Who knows? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna get a victory, but we're gonna know. Is Haskins playing?
Yeah, Haskins is actually going to start the game. He's actually going to start. They may give him 3 quarters worth of work. Me personally, I want to see him with the starters. I don't want to see him with the backups. I personally feel that, Jay Gruden is at this point where he's trying to save himself, because they know how involved our owner is. And I think what he's doing is, this is something that I was telling people on my on an earlier show, and how he's never been able to work with a strong arm quarterback. His offense only fits guys who don't have really strong arms, this goes back to even his time in Cincinnati, where he had Andy Dalton. He convinced the owner to draft Andy Dalton. The owner actually wanted to take Colin Kaepernick. So for him to sit up there, and you think about guys like Andy Dalton, who had a weak arm, he sits up there, he's obsessed with Colt McCoy. You think about Alex Smith, who doesn't have a very strong arm. Case Keenum has a kinda fairly good arm. But when you think about all the strong arm quarterbacks that he's dealt with, Robert Griffin III, Kirk Cousins, and now Dwayne Haskins, they all look clumsy in this offense. So, Dwayne is going to play, but, me personally, I just feel that we should have him start.
I like Haskins. I do. I like Dwayne. I do. I really like that guy. I really think he's underrated, and I really wish that he could be the starting quarterback for you guys. It's not this season, man. Hopefully not. But I think he has a bright future.
I'm glad you came on the show, man. I appreciate you coming on here.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
That's my man Brent. This is your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.